In this question, we're going to look at a Venn diagram question, a set theory question. So this is question 2 from 2005. Let A and B and C be the subset of a universal set U. Draw a labeled Venn diagram depicting A, B, and C in such a way that they divide U, the universal set, into 8 distinct disjoint regions. So let's do that now. Let's do that on the next slide here. It's an end slide, so just scroll back up here. So we'll do it on this slide here. So what we're going to do first off is draw a rectangle to depict U. Now, rectangular box. So let's draw that. That's probably too big a color and or font. So let's make the pen a bit narrower. There we go. So rectangular box. Let's make it good and big. And okay, so we call this blue here represents U, the universal set. Now what we're going to do is divide this U, the universal set, up into 3 regions. So we are going to have a region A, a region B, and a region C, and these regions can intersect each other. So we typically draw them as overlapping circles. So let this be A, let this be B, and let's say this one be C. And again, it's a good idea to just label your diagram. So this is A, B, and C. Regions A, B, and C. So that's you can add a little bit more in there. For example, actually you probably don't. It actually just clutters it up because there's plenty of work still to be done on this. So that's a sort of good start on the first part of the question. Now I'm going to scroll back and see what the rest of the question is. So I'm just going to scroll up here for a second. So the subset X, which is the subset of U, is defined with the following membership table. Shade the region X on your diagram and describe the region in set notation as simply as you can. Okay, so let's go back down to our Venn diagram here. There we go. And again, there's the membership table just at the side. So what I'm going to do is just pick out the relevant regions. So first off, we have this region here, this region here, and this region here, and this region here. So these are the 4 regions that we have to sort of shade in. So the first of our regions is, I'm just going to give them set new names: Region 1, Region 2, Region 3, and Region 4. Okay. So the first region here is it's inside the perimeter of C. Okay, it's inside the perimeter region of C, but not inside B and not inside A. So it's C only. So this is this region here, and I'm going to shade it in highlighter here. So it's this region here only. We can make it a little bit neater later on. Let's undo that. We can make it a little bit neater later on, but there we go. So it's this region here that shouldn't it shouldn't overlap there. I'm trying to get rid of that bit. Never mind. So that's region 1. Okay. The second region is the region that is in A only. So I'm going to shade that one in as well. There we have it there. Then we have the intersection of A and C, which is region 3. That there is region 2. This is region 3. So we can shade this in as well. And finally, region 4, the intersection of A and B, but not C. So the region of A and B, but not C. Actually, sorry, I should have made more emphasis earlier on when I was talking about region 3, that it is the intersection of A and B, but it does not include C. Or sorry, A and C, but it does not include B. So it doesn't include this area here. So finally on 4, we are on part 4. It's included in A and included in B, but not included in C. So it's this region in here. This is region 4. So let's shade that in as well. And there we have it there. So That is what we're. That's the area we're asked to shade in. I'll just go over it with a pen here, just a bit, add a bit more emphasis to what we've just done. I'll just pause it a second, even. So there we have it there. Now, the next thing we're asked to do is describe the shaded region as simply as we can. So that's a bit of work there. So what we're going to do is sort of break it up into chunks. So first off, we have A, and well, essentially it's going to like comprise a good part of A and a good part of C. So what I suggest we could do is we could partition it up into two parts. So I'm going to use leave one shaded area untouched, but I'm going to shade in another area, and I'm going to shade in this blue area here, and I'm going to put stripes through it. There we go. So what we have here is the union of two shaded areas. So we have the first shaded area is where we just have this, just have it painted in pink, and the second shaded area is where we have stripes going through it as well. So something like this. Okay. Now, so and it also corresponds to regions 1 and 3, and this corresponds to regions 2 and 4. So, how can we describe these regions? Well, if you just look at 1 and 3, together they comprise C minus B, the set difference of C from B. Okay. If you look at the second one, it includes parts of this region here, 2 and 4 together. It actually is the set difference of A from C. Okay, so together we have the union of A minus C, C minus B. Okay, so that's probably as simple as you can get it, without causing undue confusion. There might be a couple of other equally valid answers, but they're probably a bit more complicated than what I have there. The best thing is to do is just break it up into two very simple regions, or two very simple regions. For example, C minus B and A minus C. All right, that ends the presentation.